I am Ananya Das Gupta, a social worker.
Today, I am releasing my book, my e-book titled Revealing the Unknown World of My Dreams, Journey Beyond Boundaries, a travelogue of the experiences of my own when I attended the international conferences out abroad. I have dedicated this book to all my relatives and my mother-in-law. So I found that this is a special moment today. In this occasion, I can release my book. And nothing else. Next slide. This is also my biodata. Here I have written, this is the experience of mine while traveling in India with Asha ma'am at different places. This is a New York conference I attended in 2012, CSW conference in New York. We did a march past there. These are the friends I made while I was in the conference. It was lovely making so many friends and contacts there. Boston, previous one. Boston and Long Island. Here, all my cousin sisters stay. So I happen to get experience of viewing Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Harvard University. In Canada, Toronto, Quebec City and Ottawa. In Toronto, my cousin sisters stay. So rest of the places I watched all on my own, traveling on foot because I had less money. And I used to eat once a day to save money to visit the different sightseeing places and tourist spots. Ottawa, previous one. In Ottawa, my bus was to commute at 2 a.m. at night, and we reached the midway at 12. So from 12 to 2 o'clock at night, I walked all alone to watch the Parliament House in Ottawa. The Niagara Falls, my cousin sister took me there, and it was lovely watching that. In Denver, Colorado, my own sister stays. So staying there and babysitting there was my work for 2.5 months. Trip to Mexico City, and Great Sand Dunes. My sister took me there. So this is just a summarized version of what I experienced there. There was a reception at Turkish Center, New York, where I met Mrs. Bachelet, Michelle Bachelet and Soon, who are the main heads of CSW conference, and I happened to meet them. And this is a secret I wanted to say. I used to wear saris everywhere I went in the conferences because I found that sari for them was a queer attire, and many of the media persons used to come to me and take interviews of mine because I was wearing a sari and looked different from others. Trip to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I got an opportunity to visit Rio Plus 20 conference in Brazil because I got an invitation from United Nations headquarters. The city tour in Rio de Janeiro. There in the Rio Plus 20 conference, We made a major group, women's major group, and worked on resolution and everything. On my way back from Rio, the पहले वाला का. On my way back from Rio, I happened to visit Brasilia with a small city conducted tour bus because I didn't want to waste single moment of my time. Wherever I found time, I used to crop up there and visit the place. After returning back home the next year, I got an opportunity to attend the IAW International Alliance for Women conference in London. And I used to stay in London with my uncle's house. And my uncle's house was very shabby. There was no bed for me to sleep. He had a very old sofa which I had to make proper, tie it up properly and slept there. So these are the photographs which of my bedroom in my uncle's house. I went to British Library because my father is an ardent fan of Netaji, so he asked me to bring photostated documents of Netaji's reference in British Library. So I visited British Library twice. These are the pictures of the IAW conference in London. Next. And I want to say that in the IAW conference, Malala, who is a Nobel Peace Prize winner, she came and delivered a speech. This is the Madame Tussauds Museum where I happened to click photograph with the wax statues of Queen and the King. This is the Royal Albert Hall, and it was a mesmerizing experience of mine when I visited there. And Lataji was a singer at Royal Albert Hall in 1975, and I was standing there in the hall all alone. It was a fabulous experience of mine. I visited Buckingham Palace also, and there everything was so well decorated that I could not believe my eyes. And I took royal ice cream there with more pounds because that was a delicacy out there. Trip to Stockholm, Sweden. My sister stays there in Stockholm. So from London, I went to Stockholm. This is the house of my sister, and I'm in the kitchen preparing food for her because she works. These are the different Stockholm pictures. And the musician in the street in the last photo in the below under the last photo in the right is a musician. There the people don't beg, they play music and the people give them money against that. Trip to Finland from Sweden. I took a cruise just like Titanic, that is Viking Line, and that was such a wonderful experience, I can't say. And there my Vogue magazine photo was clicked there, and I was flabbergasted to actually experience such honors. I'm not used to that. These are the shops at Finland. I went to the Nobel Museum after coming back from Finland, and in the Nobel Museum, I found that the restaurant had chairs and tables where the Nobel laureates have signed there. So I saw the signatures of all the Nobel laureates in the chair. And Nobel Museum, I really was so impressed seeing the people, the Nobel laureates. I wanted to search for Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore and Amartya Sen's signature there, but I could not find. So I was a bit disappointed. My flight was a bit delayed, so they organized a temporary trip to Istanbul. So I caught a bus from the airlines, around Turkish Airlines, and I happened to see the places in Istanbul. Everywhere I went, I had only one thing but to smile. I smiled and I smiled and I smiled, and I found that strangers can be closest. Strangers are closer than. No, strangers are the closest. Means before I went abroad, I was told that you please don't visit abroad. There people are not cooperative. You will lose your way, and then you would be in a soup. But I found that everywhere I went, the strangers helped me with the directions and everything. And there was a stranger also who treated me in the restaurant. It was quite unexpected to see such gestures from them. In 2016, I went to Germany to attend the Asian Development Bank annual conference in Germany, and these are certain clips of Germany. Last, I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. Robert Frost has written this, but I have quoted this in my travel log because journey for me is never ending. Journey for me is something that my spirit says, my heart says. So I want to move on with my life with the closest ones who had shown me love. Thank you.